to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And I am back, and it is a Tuesday morning, and I am tucked away in the war room here. I'm bringing you training series, episode 11, heart rate and shooting drills. And don't sue me. I'm a freaking day late. Stuff happens. I knew this whole scheduled podcast thing that I had planned would devolve at some point. It's slowly been falling apart over the last 3 weeks, but I'll try to get it back on track. But just real quick, heart rate and drills. So, we talk about training. We talk about going out and shooting at paper targets. You can do all that, and that is really important. You've got to learn those fundamentals, right? On a static range, develop those fundamentals. Then you got to learn how to implement them faster and get more, rapid shots in succession, get them accurate. Shoot and move, all that stuff. And that is stuff that you need to learn to draw, all this, right? But there's something that we can't, that is really hard to add to that. And that is going to be like, what's going to happen to you if you're in a defensive encounter, right? Your heart rate is going to be elevated. You're going to be breathing heavy. You might be out of breath. The adrenaline is going to be up. And that is something that's really important, is if you want to take it to as extreme as you possibly can, is you've got to figure out how to add that heart rate training aspect or the heart rate and that adrenaline into your training, that aspect into your training, because that's going to be the most realistic type of training that you can come up with. Like, how are you going to respond when your heart rate is up? How are you going to respond when your arms are tired, your shoulders are tired, when all this stuff is just crazy, very, very dynamic situation? That's what we really want to know, right? We train for that. So you can add a little bit of heart rate, a little bit of nervousness into some kind of drill by introducing a shot timer. Like, that's a little bit, it puts in a little bit more of it's a timed situation, so a little more pressure to perform quickly and accurately. We can add it that way, and that's good, and that's what a lot of people end up doing. But then there's that, let's add some physicality to this. So if there's anything that when you guys are when you're training, when you're going out and you're putting time in, try to figure out ways to add that physicality, that stress, that heart rate, increased heart rate into your training. Now, you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of fancy stuff to do so. I mean, it could be simply as simple as going and going and doing shuttle sprints, running lines, that kind of thing. Jumping jacks. I apologize. Keep coughing into the mic there. Jumping jacks, burpees, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever you need to do to get your heart rate up. And it's just good for you overall to be active and help introduce a healthy lifestyle into this. I've mentioned in numerous podcasts before how that's a very important aspect of this, is being able to defend yourself and being strong and being quick and being agile is important. And that is going to be those levels of physical fitness is going to vary from person to person to person, because I know that we have, each person, some people have physical limitations, right? And that's why you get out and train, though, to make those better, to not necessarily overcome those. I mean, it's great if you can, but to figure out how to work with those in that situation. What is your strength, and how can you make it better, or how can you make something better to help make up for whatever your physical limitation is. But I would encourage you, right? Go out and take on challenges. Increase that heart rate. If that's with a simple shot timer at first, then that's fine. if that's with running down the road and coming back, if that's packing a sandbag around, if that's, CrossFit / shooting style workouts, like that's fantastic. I think that people would only benefit from that. Too often we go out and we stand on a static range and we're just shooting, right? We shoot it still. We shoot it at paper targets. We don't move around. Like, can you draw, can you go out and do this stuff, come and draw your firearm and get on targets and still have what's the word I'm looking for? The physical ability to do so. Like, are your arms and hands and fingers still working? Can you still manipulate them properly? Or are they dead tired? Because you're going to have to figure out how to draw and run your firearm in situations like that. Now, I will, word of caution, always be safe when you do this, right? Maybe you start out with things like airsoft guns. Maybe you know what you're doing. This isn't something just to jump into. It's a lot, right? It's a lot to add onto someone right from the get-go. So this is know those fundamentals, know everything, be proficient at it, and then start adding this stuff. It's kind of a whole nother layer, a whole nother level, right? Just to make you better, just to challenge yourself. Because in a point where you have to draw your gun to defend yourself or your family, you want to be as proficient and as you want to be that asset, man. You don't want to be a liability. You want to be as good as you possibly can. So get out there and train to be that. You're not going to get good by sitting around buying guns and ammo. Like, that doesn't work that way. Get out and work with your stuff and challenge yourself and make yourself better. In fact, I challenge everyone this summer to get out and do this. The weather, here is starting to change a little bit. We're quickly, it's really windy out today, but we're quickly going to get into spring when we have a lot of enjoyable time and enjoyable weather and days where we can go outside and do this. And I want to challenge everyone right now, get out and let's use that time. If shooting is what you love and defending your family is important to you and you carry a gun every day, then get out and let's get better. That's all you got to do. Put in a little time, a little effort, and just get better. You're not going to get better just sitting at home on the couch. Okay, I will catch you guys again in a week. We'll say Monday. It could be Tuesday, but we're going to say Monday. We're going to shoot for Monday. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.